Alright, let's talk combat. Combat's one of my favorite parts of this game because it might seem very simple, but there's a lot of things you can do to take yourself to the next level. The first thing I want to talk about is dashing. Dashing is very effective and very important in this game for two reasons. One, because when you dash, it gives you invulnerability frames so you don't take damage during those frames of movement. And two, you can use it to animation cancel. You'll notice if I'm doing my normal swing attack, if I'm just spamming the mouse button, it takes a while to go into my next swing. But if I dash right after the end, you can go right into another combo very quickly. This is important on a character like Barbara because I'm about to show you two variants of her E. In one variant, I'm going to hit the button, hold a movement key so she will move as soon as available, and spam the attack button so you can see how long it takes between starting the animation and doing anything. You can notice that it takes quite a while to actually do anything, even when you're spamming your buttons after you hit an ability. So, we use dash canceling to cancel the animation to be able to reposition and use attacks instantly before doing anything else. And you can do anything with this. You can attack, or you can swap characters, which you can use to do combos. So here's what it looks like when you cancel it, and you can do whatever you want. You can see very clearly that you can do just about anything the moment you hit the button. And because of the invulnerability frames after activating, you are completely safe the entire time, making this ability much more efficient to use. Going into combos, let's talk about what I like to call set plays. A set play is a designated set of moves you can do moving into a situation that'll give you the most desired outcome that you want. So let's assume I just downed a Ruin Guard. I hit its face twice and it's just hit the floor. You don't have long to actually deal all the damage you can do, so using something like a set play, like I'm about to show you here, will get you set up and to do as much damage as possible. The other thing this allows you to do is if you have the drop on an enemy and you're able to sneak up behind them, you can set up this play, and then doing so will let you swap to your main character the moment you're actually in the fray of combat, so your characters that have not been upgraded as much, if you're drained of material like I am, don't get smacked because they're a lot weaker currently. So the combo I'm going to show you is Xiangling Fischl into Diluc. Xiangling will drop the bear. After dropping the bear, I will dash to cancel the bear drop animation, pushing the bear forward into melee range. I will then swap to Fischl and then drop her bird. Breaking the bird animation, I will then dash out of that into Diluc to then start attacking with him, letting all of my characters be as safe as they can be while doing as much damage as possible. The combo will look like this. So now let's go into Diluc a little bit specifically, because he is my main DPS and I've learned a lot about him. The main reason Diluc is so strong is his kit and the fact that he uses a claymore. Now claymores are massive because they do a huge amount of stagger when you hit an enemy, and you can chain combos onto enemies to almost stagger them indefinitely. The issue I see what a lot of players do, or I've seen videos or I've seen other streamers, is that when they use Diluc, they spam his E, and then they go back to auto attack because you used your E, right? But that's not the most efficient way to use it. Your E actually starts its cooldown the moment you hit the ability. So if you spam it, you can see you have 8.5 seconds before you can even use it again. So if you trail out your E and weave in auto attacks in between, you can actually use it in an almost indefinite combo. You can use his entire force swing combo into an animation cancel with his ability to do an endless loop, essentially. As you can see there, I have not missed a single swing, yet I'm still doing the loop almost endlessly. There are some mobs you're actually able to use this combo on, but you'll notice there's a lot of mobs that you fight that have a lot of armor or are actually very big that you can't actually use this combo effectively on, because if you do that, they will swing and hit you out of it because you didn't stagger them. Before we move on, I want to teach you a small technique I like to call the shimmy. It's very simple, but you can use it in a variety of ways and master it to be very effective. The shimmy is quite simple. All you want to do is practice where you are and where you want to go. It can be right back to where you were over and over again. You can go around the enemy and then back around if you would like, but it's mainly just using your dash and your sprint to get to where you want to go. The main reason this is important and useful is because let's say you have a mob backed into a corner, but you have another mob shooting you from the other side. You can use the shimmy to dash through and invulnerable his attack while continuing your combo, so the enemy you're trying to kill does not get out, but you're still able to do your combo indefinitely without letting up your positioning. So if you would like to practice this kind of stuff, even if you don't have resin, you can come into these dungeons. For sake of just showing you how you can infinitely loop this combo on some enemy types, just because Diluc has a claymore, I'm going to swap his weapon from level 70 to level 1, and just show you that using stagger effectively can provide you so much more damage without even taking any damage at all, that it doesn't matter what weapon you're using if you're using your kit correctly. Now these slimes are going to take a little bit to kill, but that's alright. But one thing we want to do is we want to learn what our enemy abilities are. So you want to learn about the enemies you're fighting and about your own kit so you can use it most effectively. You can notice mostly what these slimes do is between them, they create a large zapping field. But if you always stay on the outside, it does one of two things. It helps you group them, and it means you're not going to be in the middle of their abilities, so you're not going to be hit by the zap ever. So using your shimmy, using your dash to constantly reposition yourself, so you're always on the outside, you're always able to use your abilities where you want to, and you can hit the most enemies with it, it allows you to do basically whatever you want. Now after I kill these three, the mage is going to spawn, and we're going to use the combo I showed you earlier to indefinitely combo the mage. But to do this combo, you're going to want to use your E. So let's finish this guy off really quickly, and then I'll show you the combo which works indefinitely just because it's a claymore on this enemy type. So you can use the same combo I showed you, but remember, now your enemy's flying away. You're going to have to use your dash so you can stay in range of the enemy. And even if you miss a swing, it's fine. And even if you don't have your E, it's fine because you can still infinitely combo as long as you're using your moves correctly. You mainly use your E in these situations for free damage on the tail end of the ability. And it doesn't matter if your weapon is level 1, if your weapon is level 70, if you're using these moves effectively, you're going to be able to keep yourself out of danger and kill the enemy without them being able to retaliate at all using the stagger mechanic. So if you're able to get that combo off on a smaller enemy, that's great. We're going to be using the low level weapon here again, just so we can show the combos a little more. But you might be thinking, well, that was only a small, weak mage who's very light. You can't really do much to them, right? Well, no, you can do a lot. Let me break his shield first. And because I'm using a claymore, it's just a claymore, the weapon class and element that you have are almost more important than the character themselves, just because of how they're using. So you're seeing he's going into an enrage animation. This is what I mean by learning your enemy. The enrage animation that he's doing right now cannot be broken out of. You cannot break this ability with a stagger. So the most important thing to do is you will dodge. But every 4 hits, these large type enemies, if they are not within an animation, you can stagger them. So after you use the animation, I'll show you. So you go 1, 2, 3, and then use an ability. Stagger. Stagger. And sometimes even if they're in an animation, see, you cannot stagger out of that. But there's other animations that he has that you can stagger him out of. Like, I think he'll take a swing. You can stagger him out of the swing and still kill him. So every single enemy type in the game, be it the Fatui skirmishers, be it these large mob types, be it these small mob types like the mages or the small hilly trolls, you can do any variation of these combos to be more effective against them. The reason why you want to use your E ability here is obviously because it comes out faster than the 4th hit of your combo, letting you stagger them more efficiently so they can't actually retaliate. So here's a small example I wanted to show you when I was talking about Barbara earlier about using her full kit. So I'm going to kill 2 of these pyro mages as Barbara because I want to show you what using your full kit can look like, because it's easier to give a visual example than just say it. So when you use Barbara's E, you'll notice she has the water droplets that spin around her. At the start, once again, those deal damage, allowing you to actually get more pressure in on these enemies than just auto attacking. We're going to kill him once using just auto attacks, then we're going to kill him again using her shield as an effective offensive tool. So here's how long it takes to break his shield if you are just auto attacking. And this includes if you are dash canceling the final hit, because you'll notice if you dash cancel the final ability, of Barbara's auto attack, it'll still go off. So the moment the animation shows, you can still dash and it will still go off. Even though I'm not doing much damage, there's small things you can do to increase the effectiveness of your combat everywhere. While I'm heading over here to this Pyro Mage, one thing I did want to mention is that even though I'm giving you tips on how to improve, play however you feel like. I don't want to sit here and tell you what you're supposed to do, tell you how to play the game. Play the game how you feel like, man. But if you would like to improve, I just wanted to show you some tips. I know telling other people how to play the game can be kind of touchy, so I just wanted to at least put that disclaimer in there because, well, I don't want to be a jerk about stuff, you know what I mean? So once again, here we have the same mob, the same level, but we're going to use our shield on top of our auto attacks to kill him as quickly as possible. I'm going to wait for his teleport, otherwise he's not going to stand still. So he teleports, use my shield, and using dashes and my abilities, you can even dodge all the... You can see how much faster you're able to kill his shield using the water droplets on Barbara's shield. Even though Barbara herself doesn't do that much damage, you can still use your character to the max effectiveness to make things easier for you. As a final example in this video, I want to show you the use of set play. And the reason why this is important is because I'm not going to be able to hit this guy's weak spot and down him when I'm close. So using all of the space, all of the time, everything that I have to my maximum effectiveness is really important. I'm gonna wait till he's not behind this thing before I do it, otherwise stuff might not hit. So we're going to down him like normal, and then we're going to do the combo I talked to you about. The reason I use set play there is because it uses all the time and space I have to do the most I can with it. Now, early on, this isn't gonna matter at all, but later on, if you want to continuously improve, the small things that you can do, like set play, is going to push you a lot farther ahead in technique than just building bigger and bigger numbers. So using small things like set play is just using everything to your advantage. And the reason I'm recommending everybody learn stuff like this is because you can use this with almost every character. This is a base level of movement and technique that you can learn to improve everybody. I can go into character specifics like I did earlier with the Claymore stagger mechanic if you would like to in different videos, but I wanted to keep it a bit general enough so you can get the idea of using everything that you have as a resource, be it the space between you and the enemy, using your own character dash to move your character's abilities. You can use anything to your advantage, and using everything to your advantage can be the key between a 2 and a 3-star in the Spiral Abyss. That's it from me. If there's anything else you would like to see or things you're confused on, please leave a comment and I will try to address it as best I can, or if that topic might need an entire video, so give me a bit and I'll try to make a video on that topic so I can share that knowledge with everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a good night. Bye!